Potent Pondering, I'm back with another video. Yo, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you know each and every time I do uploads. I hope y'all all doing well. It's February 3rd, all right? So listen, yo, I'm mad because I done did 2 videos before this and I deleted them all from my memory card on my camera. I'm so mad. But listen, nonetheless, I want to plug this. Make sure that you cop this. Listen, you know, I had to make sure that I mentioned this in my video. This Thomas Kosmala, I'm about to go drop my computer off at the computer shop, right? Check this out. This scent, I will not mislead you. Yo, I got a link in my description for the Thomas Kosmala. It's $95. If you get it on Dillard's, it's going to be, if you get it at Dillard's, it's going to be like $230. This cologne smells so good, I intoxicate people. You see, I'm running a little low, and this is like $200 and almost $50. So I'm about to go get me something else to, like, you know, to balance through it. Like, get me something else on the low end, or maybe I'll get my Chanel Blue. But nonetheless, the reason why I wanted to mention this to y'all, I checked my analytics behind the scene, and I sold 38 bottles of that. Listen, I wasn't even paying attention to it. I just mentioned it a few times in my videos, and I'm like, damn, am I a damn influencer now? You know what I'm saying? So listen, I would never steer you wrong. Go to your Dillard's and check out this Thomas Kosmala Super Amber number 4. I linked it below in the description. So listen, I want to talk about the Grammys, right? Let's get into the Grammy conversation. So it's a lot going on. Kendrick Lamar raked up at the Grammys. Beyonce got her album of the year and she won the country album of the year. And I just want to talk about some of the things. Doechii won, and then of course, you know, with Doechii winning, it brings a lot of conversation up. A lot of people, you know, are in the conversation saying that they feel as though, like, you know, Nicki deserves a Grammy after all of these years. And of course, we know that Nicki deserves a Grammy. So more so, first, let's get into this. Let's talk about the winners of the Grammys, and then we're gonna have the conversation, you know, as it pertains to my feelings in it. No, yo, I want to say this too. As it pertains to Cardi B, what was Cardi B doing at the Grammys? I looked at that as a missed opportunity. She ain't announced no album. She ain't putting nothing out. Like, she didn't do anything but show up. And listen, I personally feel like Cardi, when I first seen her, I don't know why my mind went there, right? When I seen her dress and all the feathers attached, I thought of the Brujeria and the witchcraft, and, you know, associated with people who wear the bird feathers or whatever. And I even looked it up. Because I was just like, what are the association with feathers and brujeria, right? However you pronounce it. So it said, brujeria, feathers often symbolize connection from the spiritual realm, representing messages from ancestors, spirit guides, or even a higher power, often used in spells and rituals. So they said it could be something towards it, like maybe like, you know, something magical, or maybe she's trying to like do that to, I don't know what she's trying to, like, you know, entice or invoke. You know, spiritual connection, intention, and symbolism. Different types of feathers carry unique meanings that, for example, a white feather may represent purity and protection, while black feathers symbolize transformation and mystery. So, ooh, you just never know with Cardi. And I think that she does that to play on people's mind. I definitely caught it. So listen, let's go through these list of Grammy winners, and then I'm going to give you my commentary as I feel as it pertains to Kendrick Lamar, as it pertains to The Weeknd, because, you know, The Weeknd, he was on a blackout with the Grammys, and he came back. They apologized to him. Why the Grammys ain't never do it right with Nicki? We gonna talk about it. But listen, so let's just run through this real quick. I promise you it's not even gonna take that long. We might have 354. All right. So listen, so record of the year, They Not Like Us. I felt like, you know, based on the performance of the year that Kendrick Lamar had, yes, it was generated from Drake. You can't turn a blind eye to it and be like, okay, it was generated off of his beef with Drake, yes, but Kendrick Lamar, you know, he won 5 tonight, so that means that he had 17 Grammys initially. So he been doing this thing. He got 17 Grammys. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar, record of the year, album of the year, Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. It's been a lot of talk where a lot of people not liking this album. They feel like it wasn't worth it or whatever. She was in the category with Charlie XCX, Billie Eilish, some other, you know, white contemporary artists. Taylor Swift was in there too, right? Now, you've seen how so many of her peers were happy when she won, you know, this album of the year for Cowboy Carter, right? I personally felt like this, and I know that Beyonce, you know, on this album, I felt like Cowboy Carter was cool. 16 Carriages was a dope record. Tyrant was a good record. I liked her song she had with Miley Cyrus. I didn't really care for the Jolene song, but I get that is popular. You know, I liked a few songs. Yaya was a cool song. You know, I felt like it was so different that maybe her base didn't really appreciate it, but nonetheless, nevertheless, I thought it was good. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how it measures up to all of the other albums in this category because, to be honest with you, I haven't listened to those albums. But what I will say is we've seen over the years when certain artists get cheated out of their Grammys. So it's like Beyonce, yes, she's a black woman. And yes, I am for that. I am for it. That's good enough for me. Shout out to Beyonce, album of the year. Song of the year went to Kendrick Lamar. They Not Like Us. So he got record of the year and he got song of the year. They Not Like Us. I ain't mad at it at all. We all predicted that Kendrick Lamar was going to come to the Grammys and he was going to sweep. All right. Best new artist, Chappelle Roan. I seen them at the Grammys. I don't really know a lot about them, so I'm moving on, right? So we just gonna move to the relevant. Best pop solo performance was Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso. I think I probably heard that song once or twice. Best pop duo group performance was Die With A Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Now, Lady Gaga is dropping her album. She also dropped a new single last night with Abracadabra or something like that. I felt like Eminem had a song named Abracadabra too. I felt like that was vintage Gaga, getting back in her mode, and I felt like this was what a lot of her fans really wanted. But with Die With A Smile winning the best pop performance, that song has been killing it since it came out. It's been climbing. I told people when that song came out that this song is going to be number one. It's been number one for weeks on the global Spotify, and it's been, you know, doing amazing. All right, so let's keep scrolling to people who, you know, what we want to talk about. Let's keep scrolling. All right, so we ain't doing none of the heavy metal. None of that shit ain't from the ghetto. We gonna do whatever is related to this we like, you know. All right, so damn, it took me that long to scroll. Best R&B performance, Made For Me, which was from Mooney Long, and I think that was a cool song. I'm happy it says live on BET. None of the other songs say live. I always wanted to know what the best R&B, what best performance, when it says performance, I'm like, is it live performance or is it the performance of the song? Is it the vocal performance of the track? But she made it, she won for best for Made For Me. So shout out to Mooney Long, can't be mad at that. Lucky Day won for best traditional R&B performance. Shout out to him. Best progressive R&B album, So Glad That You Know, from Avery Sunshine. And listen, there was a tie in this category. How they have a tie, and you mean to tell me they can't have a tie in two other categories? Remember last year when Killer Mike won that award over Nicki and Ice Spice? It's like, so they couldn't have a tie in that category. How was their name even on, you know, I don't understand that. But they have a tie in the best progressive R&B album. And so Avery Sunshine and NX, No Worries, Anderson .Paak, and Knowledge for Why Lord. They won Grammy. So two people won in that category. Pay attention, right? So best R&B song, of course, you know that they was going to give that to SZA for Saturn. Do y'all like Saturn? I don't really know. Let me know in the comments if you like Saturn. I'm not really jacking it like that. I'm happy for SZA. See, this is the thing where people, I seen this conversation going online today, and they just like, you know, why do we have to be happy for a person because they black? Because I'm being very honest with you. When it comes to an artist like SZA or Doechii or even Rhapsody who won a Grammy, you could look through my Spotify. Listen, I could post my now playing. I don't listen to these artists, but when I see them win, I'm happy for them. I think that happy people are generally happy for other people. That's just how I give it up. I'm not a miserable person. I don't care. Like, you understand? Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, you ain't deserved. Nah. Best R&B album, Chris Brown, 1111 Deluxe. So he was in the category with a few other heavyweights. We ain't going to go through that. Usher Coming Home damn sure didn't deserve that R&B Grammy over Chris Brown, even though he did this. Was Usher Super Bowl last year? I think it was. But anyway, shout out to Chris Brown, 1111, that was The Weeknd who did last year. So shout out to Chris Brown, 1111 won the Grammy. Best rap performance, Not Like Us. That's 3 right now for Kendrick Lamar. 3. Not Like Us. He was in the category with Cardi B, Enough. She knew she wasn't gonna win nothing. When the Sun Shines Again with Common. Nissan Altima with Doechii, Houdini. Like That with Future Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar. And yeah, Glow was in that. Yo, I want to take a quick segue and talk about this because I don't want to make another video about it, right? Now, let's talk about Glorilla. Shout out to her. She's doing her thing, and I feel like she's on the grind and she's coming up. I feel like sometimes people inflate and listen, I'm gonna use Nicki as an example. People say that Glorilla's climbing, she's doing this, she's doing that, and I do agree she's doing it in an urban circuit type of way. I feel like Glorilla, she needs a pop hit, and I don't know if her voice necessarily fits that. I say that to say is that even I was guilty of saying that Glorilla went on tour with Megan Thee Stallion, right? And then I was even saying like, oh, she was the star on the tour, she was this and that. Then I had to really sit back and think about it. Glorilla just announced that she's going on tour with a 15-city tour, and I said to myself, if Glorilla was the one who really did the big one on Megan, and you know she was the attention seeker, the attention getter and all of that, why is she doing halls, theaters, and auditoriums? She should be doing, like, when I looked her up to see where she coming in Houston, she's going to the 713 Music Hall. I would think that she's going to be on tour with some other individuals, right? But I would think that somebody of Glorilla's stature, that she would be able to book arenas based off the hype that everybody is saying, right? So that just goes to show you that, you know, we can, of course, correction is always right, because I felt like, damn, I thought maybe she was the one people was coming to see. I think people was equally coming to see both of them. And we seen how them arenas was looking empty on many nights. Empty, EMPTEATTT, empty, right? So I just find that interesting. So never be in the midst of a conversation where you so gun ho on something and you don't come back and correct it, because now I said you booking the 713 Music Hall. That's interesting. I seen Big Sean there years ago when he wasn't even like popping like that, like at the 713 Music Hall. Everything that she got going on, and I'm saying Glorilla doing her thing, but I would have think that she would ever do arenas and, you know, on a big level like that. So now it's looking like, was Megan the reason why you stepping foot up in an arena? You know, and I want to say this before I move on. I think Glorilla's team knew. See, we could say what we want to say, but her team knew that she was not ready for them arenas. They knew that she was not ready for them arenas at all. I'm telling you that. So let's continue. I just had to get that out. All right. So best melodic rap performance. So Kalani, Jordan Atiruni, whatever. I think that's a African group or whatever. Spaghetti with Beyonce, Shabuzi, and Linda Martell. We Don't Trust You, Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, or whatever. Big Mama Lotto. And who won this? 3 a.m. Rhapsody featuring Erykah Badu. I have to be completely honest with you. I've never heard that song before, but Rhapsody has a Grammy. How do people feel about that? You know, people feeling some sort of way when you know, Doechii won the Grammy, and they saying that there's some weird energy between her and Nicki. Now listen, we all, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. How do you feel about that? I don't feel like she should have won the Grammy over We Still Don't Trust You with Future, Metro Boomin, and then Lotto, Big Mama. People love that song, but see, they say it's not about if they love the song. They say it's not about the sales, but Rhapsody, now she's a Grammy winner, you know? I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Erykah Badu, obviously, like, you know, she's a legend in our culture. Rhapsody, I feel like she's talented for what she does, but she doesn't have lyricism that I personally like. I feel like she don't have no bars, and yeah, she can rap and she got a certain tonation in her voice, but I'm not seeking that type of rap out. But she won a Grammy, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like nobody really cared about that. Let's move on. Doechii wins for best rap album for Alligator Bites Never Heal, Doechii, right? And this was actually a mixtape. Now, this is where the conversation came online that I was into, and I really gonna apply some of my talking points that I said in regards to, I didn't really go into it deep into Glorilla, but what I want to say is this, right? These female rappers, like you look at Megan Thee Stallion, look at Cardi B, she got a Grammy, right? She was a fraudulent. You know why it was like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, all of them got Grammys, right? Now, we seen who went on tour, somebody like Nicki, she ain't got no Grammy, she still built up, sold out tour twice around the world, you know, she did her second leg and, you know, it didn't sell out like that, but she still put a lot of people in the seats, right? Booking arenas, doing her thing. Nicki sold out the first leg, like in full, I believe, like most of the shows, like 99% of the shows sold out. So no Grammy award is going to push these artists that got Grammys now to do that. Doechii just is not going to get this gold in her hand. It's just like, oh, I sell out arenas. No, you got a long way to go. So what I was trying to tell the fans last night was be happy for a person, you know, because I feel like this, and this is how, listen, you could feel how you want to feel. I feel how I want to feel. But I feel like generally I'm a happy person, you know. I think people get confused because when I come in, I might be critical of Cardi B or whatever. And even at the end of that commentary, I still say I wouldn't want her to be broke and be messed up in a situation like that. I just don't think she should be in hip hop because she's taking up space from somebody else who could be using those dollars and somebody who's really talented, right? Now, I understand that a lot of people got turned off by Doechii. She's blatantly a Nicki Minaj fan, and I feel like now she's even copying Doechii's stage presence. She learned a lot from Doja Cat being on tour with her. She's copying Doja. Doja is a really good performer, and you know, I don't really feature her either, but I feel like, okay, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they have some talent, even though they Nicki Minaj clones. But the thing about it is, okay, Doechii, you won a Grammy, congratulations. If you were my friend and you know, or you were somebody who was around me and I won something, or say you got a job advancement or whatever, say you went from customer service rep and now you're a claims representative, I'm gonna say congratulations to you, even if I don't really care for you, because I just feel like it's the humanistic thing to do, you know, especially for black people. people. Like, I feel like we should always root for our own. And then it's like people turn this conversation online like, oh, I'm not rooting for a person because they black. But listen, don't be mad at me because I'm doing it. I keep my energy light, and I'm going to feel how I feel in regards to supporting. I feel, listen, you could look through my phone. I don't stream Doechii. I don't know any. I've never heard Alligator Bites Heal, but congratulations to you. Is it too much to say? I feel like it's a little disrespectful when I said that about Rhapsody with Erykah Badu, because I just really don't get it. Like, I don't understand how she won, but there's no outrage to that. And somebody even had to come in my comments earlier, and they was just like, well, Rhapsody never said anything about Nicki, so we don't care. So you mean to tell me being a supporter of Nicki, you can't revolve everybody's awards around her and how you choose to support and show up? I just want to tell you this, and I'm gonna be completely honest in that moment. If you're that type of person, don't follow me. Don't. I think just don't. Like, I'm not even scared to say it, because listen, I just don't think that we align, because if you have that type of mind frame, and listen, I don't care how you feel, just to be honest, this is my channel. Do what you want to do. There's enough channels online who go through stuff like that, and they'll feel how you feel. I like to be more progressive in my thought, and I like to be more mature in my opinion. I'm going to be 42 years old next week. Blessings, still look good, healthy, all of that. I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing well in life. So I like to think about, especially our black artists who most of the time they don't even get visibility in these spots or even win these awards. Now, I want to say this as it pertains to Nicki Minaj, right? Yeah, I know back in, was that 2012 when she performed at the Grammys and she did that she did Roman's Holiday or whatever, right? I think around that time, was that the time when Whitney Houston had passed away, Nicki said, and they didn't want her to perform. And Nicki said, nah, I did all of this promotion with y'all, worked with LL Cool J, did these commercials. She said, no, I'm performing, right? Now, what I want to say is, you got to realize with me, with you, even with Nicki, what we do in our actions, when we make our bed, we gotta lay in it. It's unfortunate because we see how they've made up and they patch things up with The Weeknd, right? So if she did that performance back then and she wanted, she said, no, I want to perform. I did XYZ, right? She did that performance. Why they ain't trying to make things right with her over the years? The Weeknd, he came out and made a statement against them. I don't know if it's just a double standard because she's a woman, but what I want to say is like, hopefully the Grammys and Nicki will be able to make some sort of amends behind the scene. And we all know that she deserves it. We know that she deserves it. But what I wanted to get people in the mind frame of is that little gold cup that Doechii or Rhapsody or Cardi or Megan or Doja Cat got, that doesn't erase Nicki's position in this game. They still can't, Doja Cat gets a little buzz or whatever, she doing her thing, and Doechii, she got her little wave coming up or whatever. But what I want to say is that a lot of these female rappers is not even buzzing like Nicki Minaj in her mixtape era. They not even that. I don't care what they get. Congratulations. Move on. I don't care what you get, because she's still doing her. And I feel like people don't realize it comes off extra insecure. It's maybe to a person that you used to being around and they just haters and they don't, you like, you like being around that type of energy. But nah, listen, I could not like a person that say congratulations to them, right? Because it's going to kill them. Like, damn, I don't like them, but they don't even feel no way about me. Yeah, baby, life is still great. Life's still great, still doing me, So I think that a lot of people put wasted energy into thinking or feeling like, you feel like you got a safeguard and you feeling a certain way for Nicki. Nicki good. Nicki rich. She paid. She dropped something, it sell out. She come out with music, we buy it. So I just don't get the energy being mad at another person now, or understand that Doechii unfollowed Nicki and, did all of that. If you one of those people want to go down that rabbit hole, listen, it would be different, right? If you feel as though that I'm a fan and then I'm boosting up Doechii. I don't even know her music, right? I know that I heard her flows before, and even that song she released last night, it sounds very Nicki coded. It does. She's a fan, clearly, right? But I listened to it one time. I think online I heard a clip of it. That's that. Like, that's not what I'm seeking out. That's not what I want. But if I wanted to, I would do that. Like, yo, let me tell you something. You gotta really realize this, right? And I'm gonna like wrap this up at this moment. You wanna really realize like this. When you have somebody like, say somebody like Nicki, you acting like you're fighting literally like you supporting somebody who's like a Trina, right? Like say Trina, you know, she's accomplished things, but she ain't hit it that far. Trina, in my opinion, she ain't even hit it far like a Foxy or a Little Kim. But Trina made her mark, right? But it's like, I be feeling like y'all be windmilling, like you got somebody who ain't done nothing. Like, look at the stuff this girl has done. This girl had a brand deal. She had a deal with not just some, you know, promotion where she's promoting a product for Fendi. She had a whole line. Do you know the anxiety that's associated with a person wondering if people are going to show up and sell that out, and if they're going to buy or whatever? You have a person who sold items as hundreds and thousands of dollars. Like, you understand what I'm saying? She's and that's only a snapshot of some of the things that she's done. I just feel like sometimes people, they spiral and they forget who it is that you're actually a fan of. Like, fuck that little bit of gold. They ain't even listen. Who cares about it? You know, but I have a more mature way of thinking. I don't care. Nicki's still blessed. Shout out to Doechii. Do your thing. You know, if that Grammy, if they get them Grammys and start thinking that it's going to make them suddenly fill up arenas and do whatever, keep climbing, black girl, do your thing. But it's a long way to go with that. You know that it's politics when it comes to Nicki, why she don't have that Grammy. You know that that's what it is. So listen, I want to make this super, super long. I still got to go take my computer. I got to take my other computer to the shop. But listen, please get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Kendrick Lamar winning at the Grammys. Do you feel like he deserved it? Do you feel like it's all Drake generated? I feel like it is Drake generated because they was beefing and then he made the song extra catchy. I seen somebody online say that they glad that when Remy was beefing with Nicki that she didn't make Sheet there extra catchy, because you see how it came in the left. But also, as it pertains to Nicki and Drake, see the difference from Drake and Nicki, when Remy dissed her, Nicki kept her foot on the gas. She was not about to let Remy ja rule her like 50. Nah, she kept it going. And that's one thing. Remember when Sheether came out, Nicki dropped Swalla. Swalla went up crazy. I think they got over 1 billion streams now, like 1.4 billion. Nicki was on the move. She was dropping. Drake got something coming out on the 14th of February. He said Love Songs You Love, whatever that's called, right? But yeah, you know, you got to keep it moving. So shout out to Nicki, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. You know, again, everything, you know, a lot of the attention and stuff for the Not Like Us came from the Drake situation. But shout out to him that he won. I ain't mad at that at all. The Weeknd, I love The Weeknd's new album. Let me know what you think about The Weeknd's new album as well. What's the name of that song on The Weeknd's album that I really like a lot? Hold on. The album is really good though, but what's the name of this Weeknd album? This Weeknd song from the Hurry Up Tomorrow. Come on, why you kind of take me through all these loops? So from the Hurry Up Tomorrow album, I like Cry For Me. That's really good. I really like that song. He has to be honest with you, I'm a Weeknd fan, so I like the whole project. There's certain songs I like more than others, but the project was really good. I was live tweeting, you know, when it came out the other day, so I really enjoyed the Weeknd's project. So listen, potent, pondering, never pandering. Get in the comments, let me know what you think about Doechii winning the Grammys. Let me know what you think about Cardi B also popping up, not really having she had a missed opportunity, showing up in them damn witchcraft feathers and, you know, trying to send some sort of energy out. Listen, we block that. We block it. Make sure that you get your hands on this Thomas Kosmala. The link is in the description below. This smells super good. 38 bottles sold on this. I can't believe y'all. Yo, leave a comment below if you purchased that. Let me know how it smells and what your experience is with it in the comments. Because, yo, I'm surprised that happened. I'm like, yo, I looked at the analytics. I'm like, 38 bottles? This is crazy. So listen, Potent Ponder, I'm going to be recording another video too. Like I said, I got to go take my computer out. Listen, I'm going to be back. No, I'm going to be back. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm out. Peace.